Good day, and I love you. Welcome to the Daily Dose, your daily dose of well-being for May 17th, 2018. I'm Heather Peterson Lockhart, and I am the Chieftess, and I'm a well-being coach. Monday through Friday, I meditate on current events, today's astrology, quantum physics, and our biology, and my intuitive understanding of what's going on with humanity today. And I give you what that looks like for us on the inside and on the outside so that we can best show up in our highest capacity and nurture our minds, our bodies, our spirits, and be who we want to be, live the life we want to live, and then I put some skin on it, and I let you know what that looks like in my life today and how I'm showing up to take care of me and mine. The first thing I want to say is I apologize. I have had some major technological issues that I've been ironing out, and that were inviting me to feel like a failure, which I did not take that invitation. I just want you to know that. We'll talk more about that later. But I did find it really, really frustrating. And I think I'm back in the game now. But I'm just going to ask for your patience. This is a new project for me. And so as I iron out the kinks and get it moving, I'm sure it's not going to be foolproof. And most often I find that the errors are user error. Yes. So I'm on a learning curve. But I'm going to stay in the game because I have great stuff to share with you. And I love you immensely. And I'm excited to do so. So I'm going to figure it out. And I'm not going to criticize myself in the process. Look at that. It's a whole new day. Which is what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about a human revival. There's a brand new vibe. And many of you are feeling it. Those who are doing the inner work, you know that the name of the game now is constant flux. There's no, the new steady is no steady. The new steady is it's continuously rolling. Since Uranus came to play, it's a whole new day. And like I said, those of us that are doing the work, we feel it. There's a lot of shadow work on the table. For those that are new to this whole game, that just means that we're being reintroduced to parts of ourselves that we tucked away, that went to bed at some point, and now they're here again. Because, you know, the whole name of the game is for us to be whole, is to greet every part of ourselves so that when we sit down at the table, everybody gets a plate. You know what I mean? Nobody starves, because you know what happens when you get hangry. Those parts that we think aren't really hungry and aren't paying attention, oh yeah, tummies are rumbling and they're going to get nasty. So, Uranus has moved into Taurus, and Uranus is the interrupter, the rebel, the game changer. The last thing you thought was going to happen happens. So the way that I feel this is representing or manifesting in today, for all of us, and then I'll speak about me specifically, is we're being asked, who am I? You know, are you living in your authenticity, in your integrity? Are you living as the human you were created to be, as the soul you decided to be when you came to Earth? Or are you faking the funk? I'll speak for myself. I've had a whirlwind of days as of recent. I mean, you know, I've decided that my capacity to rebirth and to feel feelings and all my emotions in their authenticity is just like any other process. I get better at it the more I do it. And so I eagerly show up now to rebirth. I eagerly stand in front of the fan when the shit is blowing, and I'm like, give it to me. Ha! I'm ready to go. I love to learn. And I've done this so many times now that I trust in the process. I trust I'm going to be okay on the other side. So I really show up. So this time was raw as beep, and holy cannoli. I didn't know up from down. What's what? It's a brand new vibe for me. It's a brand new adjustment. And I'll be honest. This is one of the things I've learned. Just like yesterday. So I have these, even when I think that I wipe my slate clean and I allow all that is to reshape, I have these deep, of course, we uncover one layer at a time. I have these deeply ingrained understandings and beliefs of this is just so. And the thing is, I don't know about them. They operate. They just holler out their programming, and they dictate some of my behavior because these are my beliefs and my understandings. And I don't even know I have them until one's no longer working for me, and then there's some shit, and I get to see it. That's why I say it's so beautiful when you stand in front of the fan. So apparently, unbeknownst to me, I had a belief that after much self-work and after continued rebirths and after much time in the cocoon, I was going to emerge as this beautiful, illuminescent butterfly. She was going to be magical, filled with beautiful colors. She was going to fly by you, and everybody would say, woo, look at her fly by, that magical butterfly. And we would all just be, well, it would be magical. But I've been doing the work, and I've been in the cocoon, and I don't feel like a magical butterfly. I feel more like a fire-breathing dragon. And that came with its own degree of discomfort. You know, years past, I would have been like, yeah, because I would have felt like really powerful and really fun if I wanted to rage and if I wanted to conquer. But I'm not there anymore. That shit doesn't work. And so today, when I feel like a fire-breathing dragon, I'm a little like, whoa, 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 who's piloting this thing? And it's a new adjustment, right? So because of this butterfly dragon thing, I decided to allow this process, to allow the discomfort, and to ask, you know, who am I? I have this core belief system, this little toxic house I've built. I've told you about that in other videos. Core belief house, or meet your subconscious rather. I have these understandings of who I am and who I'm supposed to be. And, you know, sometimes they line up with who I am, but more often than not, they don't. They really don't. And I don't know until I do some real some digging and some self-exploration. And I ask myself, and I have to have these combos with myself and say, self. And so I started thinking about when I was younger. I started thinking about when I was way younger. I started thinking about when I came to this planet this time from as far back as I can remember. I understood the laws of nature, the laws that govern this planet. Only I didn't know that, and I didn't know how to articulate that in words because, of course, I didn't know those words, right? I didn't know how to show other people by using things, you know, dirt, rocks, household objects, whatever. And much to the chagrin of the onlooking adult. Which as an intuitive I could feel. So, you know, I was studying this whole process, right? And then I knew what was normal for me, and because of the reaction of others, I learned what was not normal for them. I remember I thought about this. As a freshman in high school, I remember my first senior party. It was a really big deal. I spent a real long time picking out my outfit, right? And so when I did this, when I went to the party, I really wanted to make a good impression. And, you know, they were seniors. They were partying. There was a bunch of kids partying. I wasn't partying. I was just like this totally little straight arrow and wanted to be cool. And I was watching these two older boys. They were seniors. I remember their names. And their hands were tied behind their backs. And they were bobbing for apples in the kitchen sink. And I guess the plug wasn't tight enough and the drain wasn't holding. So the water was slowly seeping through the drain. And as I walked up to them, I was like, if you flip the garbage disposal on, it'll create a suction and your water will stay in. And they just stopped and they were like, dude, are you a physics major? And I was like, I'm a freshman. And I remember, like, I felt uncomfortable in their reaction because what to me was just like, hey, dude, your shoe's untied, was not that to them. And even though I should have thought it was cool to be smart, I didn't. I wanted to fall in line with what I perceived as society's way that I should think and behave based on the way that I looked. And so, you know, I should be sexy and I should be nice and fun and all those things. But smart really wasn't at the top of the list. And I was smart. I am smart. And so I put that part, I was thinking about these different little things these snapshots from my past, and how at some point I put those away and I became this other person who was all about these other things that I'm really not about. I'm really not even about. And I put this part of me away. And so, and then I started thinking about the parts of me that could rally big groups of people to do really fun things when everybody was like, you'll never make it happen. And I'm like, as a kid, oh yeah, I will. Oh yeah, I will. Watch me. Right? And then, you know, part of that got put away for a while. She's back. But, I started to have these snapshots of my past, of this very vivacious personality, this very smart, young, charismatic girl, that I put away parts of her. And I'll be honest, allowing all those parts to come back is, whew, I can tell you right now, it just made it hard to breathe to say that. To think about that is a little bit thwarting. And that's my word lately. Because you know why? It's still a permissive and allowing word. It doesn't squash anything. It doesn't shut it down. I don't want to say it's scary. I don't want to say overwhelming or any of that crap. I just want to say it's a little bit thwarting. Meaning like it gives me a little bit of a wobble, but I'll get fine, right? See, this is how I choose to frame these things today. This is all what this is about. I'm allowing myself to revive. I'm allowing myself to come back in all these parts, to greet the parts, and to allow the new roller coaster ride to be like, whoa, it's a roller coaster! When inside I'm like, oh, I think I'm gonna puke. Well, you know what? Maybe I will. Frick frack. I'll figure it out. And I'm sure the more times I puke, I'll get acclimated. After a while, I won't puke anymore. We've become a society where we've become human doings and we're all about the performance and we forget to be. We're not allowing ourselves to be human beings and allow the emotions and the true spiritual evolution to not only take place, but to focus upon it. I mean, that's why we're here. We're spiritual creatures having a spiritual life. We're not human doings. We are human beings. And so in order to allow myself to be and to evolve as the spiritual being that I am, not only do I have to allow, I have to cultivate it, at least to a degree, you know? So today, that's how I'm taking care of myself. I'm not shutting down. I'm not medicating. I'm not escaping. I'm allowing myself to be a fire-breathing dragon. I'm meditating today. I have already grounded outside. I'm wearing some beautifully healing grounding crystals, including lava rock and shungite. I've got some smoky quartz there. It's good stuff. I'm staying in at the Adventure with Adventuring and Jade. I'm trying to think about the things that I'm taking care of myself today, so I can give you those examples. I'll eat every 2 to 3 hours. I will drink enough water that's clean. And I'm sitting in front of a high spectrum 1600 lumen light bulb right now since it's raining outside and I can't get the sunlight I like to help my biology feel balanced. So that's how I'm taking care of myself today. And I really wanted to share all of that with you because this is the new. This is the new. I don't want to call it a heavy. I'm going to call it a steady. It's the new steady. And we will thrive if we continue to show up, if we continue to allow all parts of us to come to the table and just take care of ourselves by balancing our biology, by understanding we're not going to blow up, we're not going to spontaneously combust, we won't melt into a little puddle. I've thought about all this. That's why I have those examples, because I was sure one of them was going to happen at some given time. I was going to be talking, I was going to be dealing with life, I was going to be facing life, and I was just going to or melt into a puddle or something. A house would drop on me. I'm not sure, man, but I just couldn't deal. You know what I mean? Today, I can. I still find it hard to breathe. I still feel nauseous as shit. And again, that's why I'm wearing, did I say this? I don't think I said this already. I'm wearing orange. I'm wearing orange today to focus and allow on my orange chakra that what I want is important and what I need is important, and I get my needs met and I get my wants met, because that is a part of me that I put away for quite a long time when I became a human doing. So now that I'm back to a human being, I really want to cultivate all that goodness. So that's what I have for you today. I thank you so much for joining me. I love you. And if you would like for me to take a look-see in what's going on in your life with you so that you can reach your goals and create some solutions and allow you to feel your way into a better space, I would love to do so. Please go to www.thechieftess.com and purchase a consultation, or I do this every time, a connection consultation, and you and I will be working together, improving the quality of your very life. I love you. Thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow.